Hello YouTube, and welcome to something a little bit different. I thought that I could do this video since I haven't really talked about any GTA 5 stuff, and then I got a comment on one of my bully videos, someone basically saying that I should talk about the screenshots that they have been releasing every now and then for the last couple of weeks. They've been pouring out of Rockstar's ass, and it got a couple of thumbs up, so I thought that I could do basically a video where I talk about the screenshots and what they reveal and what they could possibly mean and whatever. As you can see, this is a screenshot of a man's ass, but I believe it is more important that you notice that he is driving a bike, which means that bikes will be returning. And as you can see in the background, as it is set in Los Santos, you can see the pier that you see a couple of times in the game. I don't know if there's any kind of activities there for you to do. Of course, games nowadays have all sorts of side missions and side things or little things that you can do, and I guess it would be kind of cool to go to the Ferris wheel and whatnot. But basically the big thing for this picture is the bike. They are back. I don't know if the clothing has any relevance, or the pier in the background. I don't see any boats. At least I don't think there are. Alright, well, we're gonna move on to the next picture, which is a car. And that's about it. It's a cheetah. They've been basically in every fucking GTA game ever, and it looks good. I don't think there's that much more about it. 56 PM A440 or 0 or O, whichever. I tried I tried thinking about the license plate, and I don't think that it carries any significance. Though I could be wrong, but I couldn't come up with anything. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it does have some weird hidden message in it. If you use lead speak or whatever, it's Mago GG the fours. But even then, it's kind of like far-fetched if there is anything in there. Apart from the car, there isn't really anything worth mentioning. But I do need to mention here that they released these screenshots in like batches of like 3 screenshots per time, and they were all themed differently. The first one was transportation, which this is the bike and the car. The second one was leisure, I believe, which showed different free time activities, and then the last one was business, which I believe was about missions or jobs that you can do. We're gonna move on to the next image, which is a jet, a fucking jet. And when I saw this, I was happy, but at the same time I was sad, because I remembered the not the screenshots, but the way to control the jets in San Andreas, and I didn't like them. So I'm hoping that they'll improve the controls a lot, which I'm sure they will. For example, Just Cause 2 has probably the best flying controls ever. They're easy to learn, they're very easy to use, and all in all, they're very, very good. And one more notable thing is that it has a lot of fucking rockets on it. So they will be armed, the aircrafts, I would assume. Of course, there's gonna be probably ones that aren't. And one thing you can actually look at is the person in the picture. I believe he's wearing some kind of a suit, but other than that, you can't really tell anything from it. I do believe he's black. I could be wrong, but yeah, there's not really that much more to it than the jet, which are going to be back in the game. Now we're going to move on to the leisure or the free time activity things. There's, I guess, motocrossing or whatever that's called, mountain biking with motocross bikes. I don't know, but these are probably just things that you can do when you aren't feeling like doing the main stuff or the missions, whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if they made an appearance in a mission or two during the main stuff, but I would assume that most of it's just gonna be like whenever you want to do it, you can go do it, and if you don't want to. And one other thing I wanted to mention is that the graphics look pretty damn sweet. I like all the details going on with the rocks. They are not like a flat surface. They're just have a lot of details to them, which is awesome. And not much else to say from the picture, except that the bikes, there's men, and it's probably going to be side thingies. And so's the next one, Paragliding, or whatever the fuck that's called. And once again, it is, I believe, a black man. I don't know if they're trying to hint that it's going to be CJ. I would hope not. I would hope that they bring out a new main character. I don't actually know if they've talked about this or not, said anything about who's it going to be. But I do hope that it's not going to be CJ, because we've all heard CJ's story before. There's no reason to go back to it again. And there's a bridge, so I would assume they're in what was it called? Red County? Angel Pine or whatever? To the west of Los Santos, the very country-like area. I believe there's a waterfall as well in the background. Don't see any cars or anything. And apart from the parachute and the man gliding with it, it's a pretty simple screenshot, so there's not much to it either. And so we're going to move on to the next one, which is the last of the free time activity things. And it's tennis. I don't know if they're going to add more of these sports. I would assume so, but I don't know if I'm gonna want to play tennis. If I wanted to play tennis, I would just get a real tennis game, which I won't because I don't like tennis. But it's all about the possibilities that you have in the game. Like, if you want to do this, you can, but you don't have to. Hopefully there's not gonna be a mission where you have to beat someone in tennis. Though it's a possibility. And here you can also see the graphics a little bit, and they look pretty nice. Though I do have to say the little tower bushes or whatever in the background are fairly low in detail. But all in all, it's shaping up to be a great looking game. And I believe that's pretty much it. You can see some of the houses. There's even more in the background on the hills. So I would assume this is the suburban area or whatever to the north of the downtown Los Santos. And it looks good. So we're going to move on to the next one. And this is going to be the last batch of screenshots. Now, I've heard a lot of talking about this one because it very much features a black man apparently trying to hijack a truck. Now, you could argue that that's CJ because he's black and so on, but like I said, I hope they don't bring him back. Even if they do, I hope he's not the main character. And you can see in the background there's the stadium that's near Grove Street, I believe. And then there's a cop car, apparently in a chase with the truck. And I like that. This got me thinking that, you know, are they gonna bring the Grove Street gang back? Because if they do, they'll have to probably bring back the Ballas too, and the Triad, and whatever. Or are they gonna make a whole new like set of gangs or whatever? But that remains to be seen. And once again, the license plate doesn't really tell much. I wouldn't be surprised if Rockstar hid something like that in the weirdest of places. But yeah, I doubt that's CJ, and I hope that they don't bring him back, at least as the main character. But yeah, there's a truck hijacking, and a police chase all in one. Great shot, great shot. And more business, I do have to first admit that the water looks absolutely amazing. It looks really good. There's a small plane. It kind of reminds me of the Dodo from GTA 3. And once again, I do believe it's a black man flying the plane. I don't think that, once again, carries any significance, but this is business. And one website was kind of contemplating on whether or not it meant like he was doing farming or was he trafficking drugs. And that's of course all speculation. If this screenshot was titled business and I would supposed to figure out what that means, I would probably, I don't even know. Like, how could a plane relate to business flying over a river that looks damn amazing? I think that catches my eye more than the plane, the fucking river, and that water effect, and the glimmering sunlight. It looks sweet. But yeah, there's a plane, a man flying it, probably trafficking drugs or doing farming or whatever. Farming weed, I wouldn't be surprised about that. And then there's this one that has a man with an AK-47 pointing it at a helicopter. And they seem to be in some kind of a port area. There's a ship. That would be pretty sweet if you could drive one of those. And I'm trying to see what the text on the building says towards the bottom of the screen, or the screenshot. I believe it says JATSM, Jet. I have no fucking idea. I wish they would have made it bigger. I think that I have a bigger image of this so I could check it out later, but it shows that the guy's apparently defending something, protecting something, or just wanting to get rid of the cops. I believe he's on a boat as well, or a ship. So maybe that's where the drugs come in? I don't know. But it's still a very cool looking picture. And it kind of shows that you could possibly have the opportunity to modify your guns. I don't remember any GTA game having a red dot sight or a red dot. I don't think that it has the sight, but it has a red dot on it. So maybe you could bling them out. Or at least I don't remember any of the GTA games having a red dot sight. I could be wrong, but that's how I remember it. So maybe adding those to your guns, silencers. That way you wouldn't have to get a silenced pistol instead of a non-silenced one, and it would be pretty cool. And the final picture is a guy who's, once again, I believe he's black. I don't know if they're trying to say something with that. Being chased by a bunch of cops, and then there's a guy running at the side. I don't know who are, probably just a civilian caught in the action, but shows up a car that looks pretty damn sweet, and a bunch of cop cars, and of course the chopper, which I don't see any weaponry on the chopper itself. There's just a guy, apparently a SWAT team member, pointing his gun at the car, and maybe that's hinting at one of the missions where you have to escape from, well, of course you're gonna have to escape from the cops, but it would have to be a bigger chase. But that's about it for the pictures, I believe. Yep, we'll go back to that. We're gonna go back to this. But that is pretty much gonna be it. I'm fairly excited for the game, and I hope to God, even though I don't believe in God, that they have a before Christmas release. I have heard that they are probably gonna release it at the end of this fiscal year, which, for those of you who don't know, it ends in March. And I'm hoping that they don't wait for that long. Like, I mean, they want to get it out before the end of the world. That's coming too. So I would, Rockstar, if you're listening, please release it like before Christmas. I want to play it before I die, before the world ends. But yeah, it's shaping up to be a great looking game. I wish that they would release a gameplay trailer or something like that, just to see how it looks in action, in motion. But what I can deduct from the screenshots, it is a fairly awesome looking game. And of course, it's a GTA game, so it looks different from still images than it does when you actually play it. I would be fairly certain that my computer can run it, and of course it's going to be a first day LP for me. Hopefully that is sooner than later. Hopefully that is sooner than the world explodes. That would kind of suck, but that's going to be pretty much it. My throat is getting very dry. I've been talking for quite a long time now. So hopefully you enjoyed. These have been the images. Hopefully I didn't miss any. I don't think I did. These have been the screenshots leaking out of Rockstar's ass for the past couple of weeks. And this was my take on them, and what we can learn from them. If I missed anything, or if you just want to add something of your own opinion, your own what's the word? I don't even remember. But if you want to add your own opinion or something that you think I missed, or there's something that you want to add, you can leave a comment in the comment section below. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, you can always support by leaving a like if you want. But I'm gonna stop rambling and call it quits. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.